Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10". One of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them.
Look, I know I talk about the weird relationship with masculinity, the obsession with manliness and what isn't manly and what is, and how a man should behave. That's all of this toxicity or just fakeness on the part of conservatives. I know I talk about it a lot. I've already talked about it today. But yesterday, I witnessed something on Instagram. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, brilliant political mind, brilliant political communicator, amazing. We are blessed to have a public servant like that. She does these, I think maybe more than weekly, but certainly weekly, from time to time. We'll categorize it as that. From time to time, she does these pretty lengthy sit downs with her Instagram audience and does an Instagram live and talks about a host of different things. I think probably reacts to comments, and it's great. And there was a part of this session of her Instagram live where she really roasts Stephen Miller. And it's tied to this toxic masculinity or obsession with masculinity and how they all act like they're big, tough alpha men, but they're all just weaklings and insecure and driven by their fears and how bad they feel about themselves. And she roasts him, but really better than maybe I ever could. And I want to play this and then talk about the efficacy of what she's talking about here. And also, poke a little fun at the guy who's so insecure about himself that he literally painted hair on his head like 6 years ago. And what was the date here? We'll put this up first. December 16th, 2018. This is who she's talking about. Well, here's 10 seconds, 15 seconds from the interview when they introduce famously bald Stephen Miller, who showed up on set with painted spray to look like hair on his head.
Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. We begin today with White House senior advisor Stephen Miller. He is the president's point person on policy. Good to have you here in studio.
Great to be here. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, that wildly confident Stephen Miller, the guy who just can't be bald, just can't deal with what God gave him. Look, it's not like I've got it all together. Imagine growing up a literal redheaded stepchild. There were a lot of challenges for a young Jesse Dollemore, a literal redheaded stepchild. So trust me, I get having insecurities and shit you've carried through into adult life that hopefully I vanquished. Hopefully, who knows? But the other element of this, that particular clip you just watched, the title of that video, just to give you a perspective on the government shutdown we currently face, the title on that video from December 16th, 2018 was Stephen Miller, Trump absolutely willing to shut down government. Some things never change. Fortunately, some things do. And that is where AOC comes in. This is a different type of politician, the kind of politician we need, unafraid, unabashed, to go after the worst of the worst. And Stephen Miller is just that. Watch this and bask in the wonderfulness of a politician who isn't afraid to say the shit that needs to be said.
The point is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10". And he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10". And he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another, exposing the lies, documenting things. We're seeing this too, right? And so I think it's very important to be able to hold multiple things at once. And we've seen this work in other cultures. We've seen this work in other countries. Yes, the resistance to authoritarianism is very real. The risks of abuse of power are very real. But one of the most powerful cultural things that you can do to a political movement that is predicated on the puffery of insecure masculinity. That's what this is about. This isn't, people talk about toxic masculinity. More than it, like, let's put that to the side for just one second. This is about insecure masculinity. And one of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them. By having secure men who aren't afraid of successful people around them, who are good dads, who have strong values, also participating in that as well.
Did she just go into a little rant about me? About confident masculinity, real masculinity, secure masculinity? Thanks, Congresswoman. I appreciate that very much. I believe she's right. Maybe not in the case specifically of Stephen Miller. I think Stephen Miller is kind of a goblin-like character who probably is fueled. He's a guy who thrives off of ridicule. It feeds his soul. He's like if Elliot Rodger, if you remember the incel who tragically took the lives of several people in Santa Barbara, California. Stephen Miller is an Elliot Rodger type. His behavior now is built around the fact that he was too creepy for people to want to be around as a high school kid. Girls were not interested in little Stephen Miller, 4'10" or not, and it guided. He's like a super villain. He's like a Batman villain that was always rejected, and he took it to heart, and he just let it poison his soul. So I don't know. Maybe it will. I think it will work on somebody like Pete Hegseth, who is desperate to be liked. But I think Stephen Miller, at his core, at his heart, in his heart of hearts, as they say, is fueled by the hatred that people feel for him. It justifies his actions. So, look, I'm not one to say don't call people names, don't mock them, don't laugh at them. I do it. I make a living doing it in part. So I'm not saying don't. But I don't know about Stephen Miller. And this is where I would throw it to you and ask your opinion. I know there's a lot of different opinions. There's a lot of people who are probably not here because they don't like my content, because I do call people dipshits and dumb fucks and everything else. They don't like the name calling. They don't like the invectives. They think that it's strictly ad hominem when it is not. By the way, if I provided no argument, if I provided no evidence for my positions, if I did not bring receipts, then it would just be name calling. But it's not that. I find it a little entertaining. Even when it deals with Elliot Rodger, Stephen Miller. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. Please make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. Click the subscribe button, which is free. We're trying to get to 1.5 million by the end of the year. I think it'll be tight, but it's possible, but only with your help. You can also like and follow the Facebook page, Dollemore Daily. I would appreciate it very much. And then you can sound off in the comments below the video, wherever you're watching it, or call the voicemail line and leave me a 3-minute or less phone call. Voicemail, please keep them brief, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you very much. If you feel the same and you want to help support this work financially for $2 a month, you could do just that. Click the join button below this video on YouTube to become a channel member for $2 again. And you can also go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways to help support this work. I love and appreciate you very much. I will see you next time. Be better than Stephen Miller. Be genuine. Take care of one another.